So in recent news on Twitter, let me pull up the tweet. So basically, there was like a Twitch event, I think, that was about to start, or an Epic Games event, and the Twitch streamer who was a porn star, Adriana something.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know how to say that one. Fam. Yeah, so basically, she was banned from the event or something, due to her past. Basically, she was out there, you know, and now, shit. So we're here talking about, does your past or should your past affect your future? I guess basically, where is the line? So yeah, Madam Z, please start us off. What do you think?
Where
See, you
is
could okay now pause. I'm sorry, but like yeah, you ain't had to do that. You ain't had to clear your throat into the mic.
Aloha, man.
I'm
She
just
wants
kidding. I'm
to
just kidding.
hilarious.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. Go on, go on.
you're already judging me on my past because I cleared my 15 seconds before I could even say one thing. You already
Why
jumped
you
and
have to leave
attacking me.
that in?
I was
You
judging after you
already-
told us about the
You
jollof
have to
fries,
leave
but
it.
it's fine.
no. But I don't know what I'll say is I believe that society kind of has like standards that they basically in society everyone's like a hypocrite is what I'll say.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
they
that's facts.
I feel like people pick and choose what they decide is right or wrong, and then they just basically go at it. And then, quite unfortunately, it's most often women that receive the shorter end of the stick. That's what I think. So I'm not a gamer, but I don't think if she's good at what she does, is basically the barriers that everyone is trying to break. Why is what she did prior affecting her capability to Twitch or to play games? To Twitch is not a verb, sorry. To play games.
To Twitch is a vibe, actually. I like that.
Why is it affecting her
Uh,
capability to play games? So I don't think her past should affect her future or her present, basically.
I mean, I guess for clarity purposes, like she still streams on Twitch. So this is like a Epic Games organized event. So they kind of have final approval over people that can play. Fortnite, by and large, is for kids. Like I would say kids and teenagers, right? Because not many adults play Fortnite these days. So I think it's a tricky one in a way because if she plays in the tournament and then you have this 7-year-old kid who like, oh, who is she? And then Google's her and then it's not great. So I don't know. Like in a way, I'm not mad at the decision. I feel like they should have told her earlier. I think they gave her very late notice. Um,
Mhm.
but like because of the specific context we're talking about, and she still does OnlyFans, by the way. It's not like she's completely
oh,
retired.
still?
Yeah, she
Oh,
still does OnlyFans.
fuck. Yeah, I was going
Yeah,
to
she
even
still
try
does
and defend
OnlyFans.
her small, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. Even if she didn't, right? Okay, let's assume she didn't, just for skills purposes. Let's assume she didn't.
Wait, no, but what I was going to ask though was, do we know for facts that she was not allowed strictly because she's been fucking on camera for her life? Like, is that what it was? Do we know that for sure? Or is it like something else?
But wait, are you saying that control the internet, which they can't? So if she was famous for something else, anyone could literally Google her name. I get
Mm-hmm.
what Kamal said about it being their company and them having the final decision or the final say. But like, what is their criteria or standards? Is she just because she's the first like sex worker to try to get into the competition? They're saying no.
Yeah, that's a good question because that's what I'm thinking is like they didn't just like if you open their rule book, you won't see, oh, you could not have been a porn star before. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't really know what the basis. I don't know.
So wait, so from your perspective, uh, okay, so the ability of a kid to find out who this girl is from a simple Google search shouldn't have an impact on whether she's allowed to play or not.
Yeah, I feel like literally, if she's famous for what she does, anyone could Google
Mm-hmm.
her, and if that's the first thing that comes up, you can't literally. I don't think you can police the internet, except you have like
Mm,
certain like I don't know what it's called.
restrictions.
Restrictions. Thank you. That's the word. So what if there's a teenager that knows her from basically like living off like porn sites or something, and then says the name to you, and then you Google
Mm-hmm.
her. So we found out about her not because she's even entered the game, but because something else. People could have known her prior. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine though. Like I feel like if you I'm gonna say it's fine, but you can definitely find out through other means. But I think it's a bit different for a gaming event organized mostly that is mostly watched by kids. And kids are very curious. Like kids have access to internet these days. Like you can't police everything they
But that's
search,
but aren't
but you
kids
can
going to find?
definitely
Aren't they going to
control.
find porn anyways? Like even without like this, like they gonna find
I
it.
mean, when they're older, yeah, when they're older, most likely.
First,
But like,
first.
not like there's a certain limit to it. Like most people don't want a 7-year-old like watching porn. Like it's just not healthy for
Yeah.
them. So like if they watch kids, if there's one, okay, do you know Amaranth? Do you guys know Amaranth?
No.
So
What is that?
she started on Twitch. She's a streamer. She was a Twitch streamer, or she's still a Twitch streamer. She does bathtub streams. So she gets in a bikini and then goes in a like mini pool and then just streams. Like just like that's all she does. Like she doesn't game, she doesn't do anything. She just exploits because like as Twitch, the gaming community has a lot of kids and
Yeah.
teenagers. It's exploitation. It is literally, and Twitch had to like they made a rule like a month into her being on Twitch. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it kind of limits how much she can make from doing those kind of streams, and it's to protect a lot of the community because of how young the gaming community is. But it's similar now. She does sex work. Like she literally does OnlyFans now, so it's kind of similar to this girl, but she already has a past doing porn. And in my opinion, man, I just feel like if you have control over who competes in your games and you know your audience is for kids, like yes, we live in a liberal society, but man, if okay, let me phrase it this way: skills. If you were the organizer of the event, would you approve her?
Yo, like I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a tough one still. Because I would say because there might be some other girls there that okay, she's probably popular because she did from what the tweet says, it seems like she was doing like actual porn, not just OnlyFans, like actual.
Yeah.
I'm saying. So she
Yeah.
probably has that popularity level, but you don't know who is in that event that is doing OnlyFans. You don't know what these niggas be doing. So like,
No, they do actually. They actually do.
oh, they do. Okay, then shit. All right.
Yeah.
Then fuck, bro. That's a tough one, man. Like in it. For the sake of the kids, probably not, man. I would try and, I guess, probably let her know before, so it won't be like just 1 hour and then this whole tweet is blown up. I'll let her know as soon as I clock it that nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So, Madam Z, would you approve her?
To be honest, I don't think it's black and white. And I don't think that they're doing it because of the kids. I think it's kind of like selfish because of like how society is, and they could get cancelled. I think they're just saving face.
I don't
Yeah.
think they could they get cancelled for that? Do if anything, they'll say it's empowerment.
What you're saying, basically, I think they brought it. It's all like to me. I think it's like a marketing strategy. If they're pushing it that it's for the kids in quotes, then they don't want to be affiliated with someone that's done like sex work. Now that could be their reason, but technically, if they do get cancelled, if say some extremists or like left-wing people say, "Oh, I wouldn't let my kids do this anymore," they could get like sponsors pull out or like endorsers pull out, and it will cost them money. So from a business perspective as well, it might be why they don't have to play, not just for the kids, because truly, again, you can't control what kids see online these days. Yeah, maybe you have a brand and an image to portray or to defend, but again, it's also about money. I think this event is going to like basically it's like really big for gamers. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of attention. So if they're seen, I feel like they feel like they'll be seen promoting kind of like sex work, and that could be for business, not necessarily for the kids.
But isn't that empowering in modern day society? I'm confused. I thought that's like positive. No.
Yeah, but it's empowering, but not on that platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they will lose a lot of money, whether we like it or not. I think we have to be factual. We say, oh yes, you can't do this, you can't just look. Sorry, going off topic. I'm literally going off a tangent. But remember that guy that knelt showing like the
Colin Kaepernick.
Exactly. He was basically you had to kick him off the NFL. It wasn't because what he was doing was wrong. He didn't do anything that related to sex work or anything else offensive to children, but he was kicked off the NFL. It was a whole big deal. Everyone was literally offended. He got a Netflix deal. He made a movie, wrote a book, but he's still not an NFL player, not just yet. He didn't go back immediately. So it's more about like sponsors, money controls these things. So yes, all this like societal like trends or things that are like everyone's liberal and open, but I still feel like where the money is where the power is for these people. To me, anyways. But yeah, protect the kids by all means if it means.
I'd agree with that on the fact that a lot of sponsors would probably pull out of that kind of event if a sex worker was approved. But I also say like it's important to point out why a lot of sponsors would pull out, and I think the fact that Fortnite, again, we're still going back to the kids. The fact that Fortnite is a game primarily for kids and teenagers. If sponsors see that Epic Games are approving a sex worker to play in a game for that specific purpose, I feel like for their own image and for their own, let's go back to the financials, money purposes, it's in the best interest to not affiliate themselves with an event that has a sex worker playing in a game that's primarily for kids. So, and I don't think if it was a bigger game, let's say, I don't know, GTA, let's say it was a GTA competition. I don't think she'd be I don't think she wouldn't be allowed to play in a GTA competition. I honestly don't. Because GTA is for adults, like it's 18 plus.
First.
Yeah.
So I think so that's what I'm saying. So the fact that it is
And
Fortnite
besides,
is
even in
relevant
GTA,
to
you have like
this.
sex spots. So
Exactly, they have sex sports in GTA. So the fact that it's Fortnite is directly relevant to why she isn't allowed to play. So it's not necessarily just because of her past and money and all these things that it's all, I mean, I guess in this day and age, we don't like to attribute good intentions to companies, and I would still agree that it's maybe like 60-40 money to kids, but I do think the kids is a big part of it.
All right. Rose, what are you saying, fam?
I mean, one thing I would agree with is that it's really not black and white, because when you look at the tweet itself, it looks like they were trying to, reason as to why they are not allowing the babe to join or not. So definitely, on one point of view, there will be people that do not agree that why would they ban her, and then on the other side, so when you look at it from Epic Games point of view, it's kind of like a lose-lose situation, because there are people that will be for it and there will people that will be against it. So probably they will just look at like the cost benefit analysis and like which one will probably bring more money. And like Hadiza said, most times it's always about the money. So just like, oh, okay, which one will bring more money? I know. And like referring to like the topic as a whole, to be honest,
I even forgot about the topic as a whole.
is there are two things. So the first thing is that I feel like sometimes the magnitude of that past action also plays a part as to whether or
I don't
not
agree,
people.
fam.
Excuse, do you know why I'm even saying that?
Okay.
I'm
Why?
even going to touch on an example you used. That guy that was working in your
Oh,
this
yeah,
thing.
the one I said a
That
couple
guy.
episodes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a clear example. Like, sorry?
What? Who's the guy? Sorry, who's the guy that you're
Okay.
using as an example?
So basically,
First
the
of all,
quick.
Hadiza, wait.
I
First,
was going to give you a
Hadiza,
quick
this shows
backstory.
that
Go on.
you don't listen to the pod, because if you listen, you have known who the guy.
I'm Parrot Side #1 fan. What are you
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's
sure.
cup.
We can see where our listeners are from.
Please, you're embarrassing me on this episode. Can you please just give me the backstory?
Yeah, so basically the quick backstory is I guess when he was like years ago, like in 2016, because he was like, I think it was like 18, 19 at the time or something. But basically he was, if you Google his name, you will see that he was charged for sexual assault, something like that. Or he was arrested for it. I don't know if he was charged eventually. He was arrested for that, yeah. So yeah, so basically when you Google his name, like that's like the first thing that pops up. So like he got a job where I work, and then somebody now found out, and then long story short, he then got fired. this was like 5-6 months into him working. So then my thing at the time was like, is there ever going to be redemption for this guy? Because if I'm like a real hitter, if I fucking hate this guy, wherever he works, I can always call them. I'm like, yeah, that guy's a rapist. And I'm saying, like, I can always do that. So that's like, is there ever redemption? So I guess that's where Rose is trying to then go, is like,
Yeah, pretty much. Because like you look at the whole thing surrounding the situation, and for a fact you said that you don't know whether he busted case or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like the fact that like, oh, he wasn't, there's no proof that he was actually charged for it, but that stuff is still there on the internet. I mean, because of that offense, I mean, there'll always be that spotlight on him, compared to maybe it was like a petty theft or something like that. Probably like somebody would have just seen it and like, oh yeah, it's just this. But because of like and even with relation to him now working with students and everything, so definitely it's not a good look. So like definitely the actions that people engage in would always play a part as to whether or not they'll be judged. But the thing about that is that like, if people actually do change, they are not then given a chance because of that. Because like, all that people are going to judge you by is that particular action. So every single place you go to apply jobs, and like, by the time you apply, they go through your records, they see this and everything. They are not going to see that, oh, maybe like you've taken out time to actually change, maybe you've done some community work and all of that. They are not going to look at that. They are going to be fixated on that particular action. So that's why like it's tough. It's kind of because the truth of the matter is, even with that, someone can give the image that they have actually changed, but then you put them into
they could be pretending.
yeah, exactly, and then they do the same things again. So to be honest, it's a very tough one. It's a very, very tough one.
Well, like, okay, I feel you. It's not. I guess it's not. I guess it does depend on the magnitude. I think it also depends on what they did. So in that particular scenario, well, yeah, I mean, if he has changed, if he's not out here trying to assault girls, like, what I'm saying, like, but it's one of them ones where, like, okay, we can say it like, okay, society should give him a chance. If I have kids, do I want that guy anywhere near my child? No, I don't care if he's changed. Now I'm saying, like, I don't. So that's like the thing is like, we can say it from a societal perspective, but we make up the society. Let's use this example, this Twitter one, for example. Like, bro, okay, like, say I meet a girl today, we start yarning, we're feeling each other, and I find out she used to do porn. Like, yeah, she might have changed. I don't give a fuck though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Would you break?
Wait, Z, you said what?
Would you break up with her?
If I'm feeling her and I found out she did porn.
Yeah.
See, like, the game's the game, bro. Like,
let me rephrase. So we're saying that we don't think that Twitch just found out an hour before she entered the event that she used to do porn. Literally, she's been a gamer for a while, right?
Yes.
So is it the same as if you've been dating this girl for a while, you knew she used to be a porn star, but now that you have to introduce her to your family, you're feeling some type of way 1 hour before you're not
No,
like,
if I had known, yeah, no, okay, then I guess it wouldn't be similar. Because if I had known, then it wouldn't. She not me and my fam.
But wait, no, you won't take her to like your family cookout. So your little cousins are going to be there. Like, oh, who's your girlfriend? Can I Google her name? And they Google her. Now be like, sorry, bro, it cannot work.
No, me personally, it would not have worked before that. Is what I'm saying.
See, you said it would have worked. You guys have been dating for a while.
No, I said if I've been dating and then I found out that she used to do porn there and then we're done, is what I'm saying.
So the main thing you're saying now is that if you knew she used to do porn, you wouldn't be her in the first place.
Yes.
But like in the scenario where you're already together, like why would you break up with her?
Because he's family cookout and his little cousins will Google her and see that she used to do porn.
Why is Kamal even asking, like, wait, Kamal, would you date an OnlyFans model?
Oh, this guy, why are you trying to switch it on to me?
Yeah, that's what I thought, nigga. So
no. Let's finish with you first. Because I'm actually curious to know why.
Are you guys basically siding with Twitch, but under the defense of like it's for the kids? Because fuck
No,
them
I mean,
kids.
no, I'll fuck them kids.
No, sorry, but fuck them kids. Because I don't think the kids even have a say in this. Yes, for society, we try to raise kids so they grow up to be decent human beings. But I mean,
Nah,
it's about the kids now. It's really about kids or what we believe, our own beliefs.
No, I'm talking in general, just outside of the tweet. I'm talking about past and future in general. For the tweets, I feel you though. I feel you. And I'll be the first one to say fuck them kids. But I like if you listen to the pod, you know I'm not really about children. You know what I'm saying?
Who
So
hates kids?
yeah, I mean I don't hate them. Okay, yeah, okay. So, like I get it. I was just like past and like in general, though. Like I feel like Rose said, it depends on what you did in your past. Like if I find out you used to be an armed robber, like here's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
So that means there is no
Yeah.
measure for your change. Nobody can actually vouch that you've actually changed. You just have to keep hustling. That is basically the consequence of the actions you've done in your past.
yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is.
I think so, yeah.
That's the
Wow.
reality we live in.
Life is hard.
It's not ideal, but yeah,
Can't fuck
that's
up.
how it is. Yeah.
No, but I feel like we can catch it early, you know, if we try and in this case, you know, I said if we're not I mean, I gotta make it about society. If we're not forcing certain agendas like sexual liberation and blah blah blah, shout out Cardi B, you know what I'm saying, on young kids, then they won't be so encouraged to go into porn, and then they won't have to face the consequences later in life because there are always going to be consequences, especially for women.
But
You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like
Like,
to be a porn industry. Are you saying that everybody should be good and there shouldn't be a porn industry?
I can't control what everybody does. I'm saying if I'm saying
You
people that go into porn.
industry.
No, let me answer that. Let me answer that. I'm not saying there shouldn't be one industry or the other. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to go into porn as a female, you should know that there are going to be repercussions later in life. Like, that's just what you should know. That's what I'm saying.
For only
Should it be
women or
that way?
for anybody that goes into that industry?
What?
For only women, for anybody that goes into that industry.
I think there's repercussions for both, but it's more on women. I think like that's just society we live in. I can't influence that.